You know what? Let's just start this. Three, two, one. What's up, guys? This is Odds Are here, and I am bringing you guys a little bit of an off-the-cuff draft analysis for IBL season number 9. And let me preface this so that we can get going and start this off. Whenever we did draft this about a week or two ago, this was one of the more busier times in my life. I just was getting adjusted to a new job. I was working about 40 hours a week, and I I did not have an overwhelmingly amount of time to prepare or build a team. I was kind of just choosing Pokemon that I wanted to use. So, and I had to kind of mix and switch some Pokemon out. We're kind of rolling with some Mons, and we're figuring it out as we go along. So, as you see on screen, you can see my entire team. And we were, it's early second half of the draft, not a super great position, but with the different Terra rules, I wanted something that was pretty strong, pretty reliable on self, and something I haven't used before, which was Palafin. It was just a cool mon. I haven't used it yet, and I had to pick it up. And I almost did Ursaluna Blood Moon here, and I was very surprised that it got back to me. And we have Ursaluna Blood Moon as my number 2 pick. And then a staple Pokemon for me. Everyone that knows me, I love Milotic, and I definitely chose it too early, but I wanted Milotic, so I picked it up. And out of all 3 of my draft leagues that I have Milotic in one of them, and I am extremely happy that it is this one. So we have Palafin, Milotic, Ursaluna, Jirachi. I thought was a fairly good Steel type that kind of rounds up some problems. It's a fairly fast Steel type, which you don't see. It's bulky and offensive, and it's just a good overall mon. I love Jirachi. I've used it so many different times in Gen 7. It's a very staple, very fun Steel type, and I'm looking forward to using it. Next up, I decided to pick up Gallade. I wanted to pick up something that was a very good Terramon. This was in 10 points, which I think is almost a crime for this. Gallade is one of the very good Terra user. I think it's probably one of the top 10, probably in this, except for there's probably a few others that have like Quiver Dance or some way of boosting speed and attack, where Gallade just has agility, but with sharpness it's okay. Like we just have sharpness. We have sharpness Gallade that just goes burr completely. And then I wanted to shore up some weakness. I don't know. I just started picking Pokemon at this point. I kind of lost my entire train of thought and just picked Pokemon. After that, I did pick up Florges. It's a really good fairy type. It's not as good this generation without Defog or without Toxic or Aromatherapy, so it definitely is hindered, but Florges is still a really bulky special wall, where Milotic is a fairly physical, bulky wall with Flame Orb. So I was, kind of trying to find something that would be a fairly good opposite to Milotic, and I like Florges. After that, we have Kilowattrel. I needed some speed. I needed some defog. So we decided to pick up Kilowattrel. Also, a really good Terra captain as well. Either probably to ice or to water or something. I'm not necessarily sure. Probably ice is the main one. But Kilowattrel is definitely something I will probably switch to at some point, just for for a match that I think Kilowattrel does really, really well. I will 100% switch that Trostulation, and then I just have to figure out which one I want for the end of the season and then stick with it for the rest of the way. But Gallade and Kilowattrel are really good Terramons that I can flip back and forth with. Alolan Muck, Poison type, bulky Dark type, and this team that we have does not struggle with Ghost whatsoever. We have Ursaluna, Blood Moon, and Alolan Muck. They're going to have a hard time versus our team with different Ghost types. Toadstool is starting to become one of my favorite ground types. I haven't used it a ton, but with Rapid Spin, Spikes, Spore, the really good speed stat. The speed stat is what really carries this Pokemon, because you can run it bulky, but with a lot of offense or a lot of speed to be able to catch different Pokemon that they don't realize this will be max speed, and it is really really fun to use. And then finally we have Pillow which will not be staying on the team longer than week 1. I messed up on a trade that should have already went through, and I forgot that Grace was happening. So we didn't get done, and that is what it is. So, but Piloswine in general, the reason why I picked it up originally was it gave me another rocker. It gave me an offensive ice type, which I don't have, or a defensive ice type, and it's just a really good bulky Eviolite Mon, but it just doesn't fit with the cohesion of this team because we have 3 ground types right now. I can almost never actually want to bring Piloswine into a game. It's just almost impossible to do so. So we did make a trade, and we're going to be throwing him off the team after week 1. But generally, this is the team that I brought. It's very disorganized mess of Pokemon, but a lot of Pokemon that I enjoy using, and we're going to figure it out. And I'm looking forward to the season. We're going to do our best. And anyways, hope you guys did enjoy this draft analysis, and I'll see you guys next week for the battle whenever we play versus Rick and his team that you can see on screen. Anyways, hope you guys do enjoy once again, and we'll see each other next week. Later, guys.